Thank you so much. My name is David Otieno, and I'm married to Charity Gasoki Nkando. Yeah, I'm Luo, and she's Meru. Generally, I'm a pastor and a mentor, and by training or by schooling, I'm a water engineer. Yes, but I'm a pastor and a life coach. We just celebrated our 13th year on 11th.
23rd
on 23rd July
2011.
Oh, 2011.
Your fault.
Oh, we were married on 2011. Yeah, so we are on our 13th year now, starting our 13th year. So we were married on 23rd July 2011. So 13 years. We thank God for that.
Yeah, awesome. I think I am enjoying my marriage because I decided to get married, so it's just being intentional. Of course, there is up and down and many things, but generally I'm enjoying my marriage because I married my friend. Yeah.
I'm a Luo and she's Meru. So we met in high school. So before then I went to 2 high schools. I went to the first one, I dropped. Went to the next one, I dropped. No, I was not naughty. I know, that's what people think. No. It was just school fee problem, yeah, lack of finances. So I dropped in 2, and all of the 2 were at my place, around my area. Yes, so after dropping from 2 schools around my place, I dropped for 1 year, dropped out of school. So after 1 year, one of my uncles, the brother to my mother, was in Chuka, used to work in Chuka, Ministry of Works, and he called me, where are you? Yes, nimejaribu kutafuta opportunities sijapata. Akaniambia, please come, I have a friend of mine who is a principal in one of the local schools. Come. So after 1 year, I went to Chuka, and then I joined the high school. Yes. So while I was there, now that was in Meru now. Yeah, that is when I met her while we were, theirs was a sister school. But we could meet for various reasons. 1, games. 2, during the CU. At one point, I was the CU chairman. She was the CU chair lady. Yes. Yeah, for the girls. And then, so that's where we met, and we became friends, working together. I knew the family, I knew the father. The father was a reverend. Yes, I knew the mother, I knew the children. The boy, the brother following him was my boy when I was in high school. Yes, that's where we met.
We didn't start dating in high school. So like he has said, we met in high school. I got to know him back then in high school. But now we were not relating at that point. We were just, I was just a good girl as you cheerleader. She was the chairman, so we could talk a lot. Because of the leadership, we could meet and talk. But there was nothing about a relationship or anything. Yeah. Me, in my dreams, I could not think of getting married to a Luo. So there was nothing.
But yeah. You see, even before she says that, you know, from my side, it's a bit different. The goodness in her I saw then. And already during those days, something already clicked in me. She had a very good heart, and she used to be hardworking, and her behavior, her heart was so different from the others.
Aww.
So to me already, I was not relating. I never dated her. I never told her, be my friend. No. But from afar, she was a very potential wife in the future. But I held it within myself. So of course, later we finished. She went to Mombasa for her college. I was around. I was in the local universities around Nairobi. I was in KU. But then we met later. Later, when she was finishing. Eh?
I had already finished.
She had already finished. I was still.
And I came to Nairobi.
Yes.
So my friend was living in Kahawa Wendani. So Kahawa Wendani next, it's near KU. Yeah. So I don't know how you got my contact. I don't know.
You know, just normally when you go to campus, there's a time that reaches that you want to be serious with life. You want to be serious with life. You want to settle down, and you know, like me, like mambo ya relationship, hiyo hata sikuwa nafikiria. I was so busy. I was either going for missions in class or in meetings. Yeah, those were my main businesses. So time comes when you want to think. Now I want to settle down, and having a different background personally, I wanted to be serious with that, especially with my life. Having coming from that a bit of broken family, any kind of. I wanted to be serious now that I was born again. So of course ladies were around, but she was still ringing in my head. That one. And then something happens, and then she comes around, and then I got the number. Where are you? I'm around here. And we started relationship now. Now getting her closer. People didn't know her, my circle, so I had to bring her closer, introduce her to we started a relationship. So to me, I was intentional. I had looked around, I had prayed about it, and I told God, influence my mind, my choice. Nikiamua kusema, wacha niseme, sisi ni wale hatukuambie any lady nitakuoa. We kept mum until that time. So she's the only one lady I ever asked to marry. She didn't expect it. That's what I wondered. She never saw it, but to me, I was for it. So hivyo pole hivyo, of course niliweka, how do you call it? The hook. The hook, and yes, so we started relationship. We started dating. Of course, did you say yes? Yeah, she said yes. But by then, tulikuwa tumeenda mpaka, of course, there was no reverse gear.
So after we met, now through with the college, we have met in Nairobi. So remember, I know this guy from back then in high school. So I knew him as a good boy. He was that saved boy, very good, obedient. He was loved by everyone in school.
The only Luo was there. I was known even by the chief. The chief used to come and tell me, Okot. I used to be called Okot then. You know, Okot, even Kibaki knows you are here. Relax. And by the way, I'm the only student who could go out and come in without a permission.
Yeah, he was,
every weekend I was in Meru town.
Yeah, he was that good boy. So now the moment that we are reuniting again, I have the picture of him in my mind. So he came, he told me his intentions. Of course, I was shocked. But at that point, I knew that he was a good person. So I thought, this is it. Ndio huyu sasa. Because, okay, even me, I was not relating at that point, but of course there were some people coming, of course not as good as he was, as I knew him back then, as a saved person. So people who are coming to my life were, siwezi sema they could, walikuwa watu wangenielekeza mahali pazuri. So the moment he came in and he told me what his intentions. Of course, I told him, let me go think about it. Let me go pray, like we normally say. Of course, I knew inside my heart, I knew it was a yes. Yeah, I give him time, but he could keep on coming to visit me and asking. Kaniingiza kwa circles zake za how the brothers and sisters born again. Of course I didn't expect him. Unajua pia kule high school tulikuwa tunaona this one is ameokoka, you don't know. wewe like hawezi niambia kitu kaa hiyo.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I was shocked. But now tulikuwa tushakuwa mature, so he started even inviting me for missions and everything, and tuliingiana kabisa, and that was it.
After we started dating, so between your process yote, we took 2 years, included the planning and the wedding. So by the time we started it, 2 years and we were married. So of course, according to me, I knew from before, I was always ready to be married to any girl that I would want, that God would lead me to. That one I was open. So I'm not the kind of a guy who was saying that mimi siwezi oana hapa. Hiyo haikuwa. In fact, I had so many of options. And all tribes were close friends, even within the campus when I was studying. So potentials were all there. So generally, I had told my mother, I had told my mother earlier, even to prepare her. Yeah, that mimi nazawa from anywhere. So like kwanza liniangalia, lakini baadaye I realized I'm serious. So she expected anyone. Of course, it was not easy, even from my circles. They didn't know her. I knew her earlier, even than the people whom I had. So I'm telling them, I've started dating and I'm dating this lady, and they are like, who is she? Na mejua Yesu na ako serious, umemwokota wapi? It's like, so I had to work to introduce her and tell them that I'm serious about it. I'm not coming to ask you whether I should date her and marry her. I am coming to inform you that I have made a choice. So that is what I did. Of course, even in my local church, it was a serious case. Vijana wetu hao wakienda huko wanachukua tu wasichana, and I'm like, no, I knew this lady very many years, even than some of you. Yeah, so we went with it. The planning of the wedding, of course, we appreciate the friends we have. The major support, close friends, they came from this a parachurch organization called Net Ministries Trust. So when we were in campus, we used to go for missions and evangelism, blah, blah, through that. So of course, serving also in CU. So the closeness of that team was very good. It's very warm. So she came into the group and she was very good. She's very good at interpersonal. She became a friend to many of them. Now, up to now, she's even more net than me. Net, that ministry's trust. Ameingiana nao kabisa.
That's where I learn a lot of Luo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went, of course, planning, we had friends around. We went, for the first time we went to visit the parents. I took some 3 friends of mine, and we went to declare our intention. Yes, so the friends, Ivinyateng and Sioma, remember? Yeah, during it was a December, almost Christmas. And we went.
That was introduction.
Introduction, yes. So yeah, so we went and declared our intention. Yeah. There was really nothing that we could say that we could sell from our background. Now, the goodness is this, is that the parents already knew me. Remember, I was there. I was studying there. Now, the reason as to why I was known was one, is because of the many schools I went. 2 schools, and then all of them drop. And then I come here, and the uncle who was paying my fee, in Form 1, 2 schools. And then I drop out of school for 1 year. And then I go back, now I Form 2. Now we met. Now, my uncle who was paying my fee dies when I'm in Form 3 in a road accident, just there. And I'm like, oh, what happens? So that was a circumstance. Now my uncle dies and I come back here and like, who will pay my school fee? But the favor that I had with the teachers and the principal, Mr. Karaoke asked me, who will pay your fee? And I told him, I don't know, God knows. And he knew because they were friends with my uncle, remember? Yeah. So he told me, go back to Nairobi, to your mother, bring your personal belongings, come to my house. So he took me.
Now the principal.
The school. He took me as like a son, like a firstborn. So I'm there, no fee coming in. Form 3 nimemaliza. Naanza Form 4, I come back for the whole day. When I go back, Mr. Karaoke has been transferred. He never told me. So, Mr. Karaoke amekuwa transferred to Mkwene Boys. I'm like, huh? So I am here, a new principal comes, fee balance, imepanda. So now, the father is one of the, we used to call them BOG. Is it BOG those days?
Yeah.
Yes, those days. So they used to be there. My case was so big that they used to sit down and allocate me. So nilijulikana in both sides. Yeah, sikuwa vibaya sana kwa kichwa. So I was also doing well.
Sema tu you are doing well.
I was also doing well. And one of the guys,
number 1 all through.
And one of the guys who broke the record in that school, number 1 since I went, mpaka nikamfanya KCSE. So I was known, but then there was no school fee. Now that's where now the father knew me. So I was known in all those areas. I knew the parents, I knew the mother. Used to have a kauteli hapo kwa market. Yeah. Ilikuwa area yao.
You still have. She's still there.
Bado iko mpaka saa hii hiyo kauteli. Kwani nimepewa githeri na kula. So it helped me. Them knowing me helped me so that she told them, you know, venye yuko ndio yuko. He's coming na demands mingi. Msikuwe nayo. So that was it. So knowing me prior helped me plan. So we didn't have enough money to do extravagant things, but we honored the processes. Introduction, we went for the Rorashio, and it was fun. It was fun, though just a small one. It was not that glamorous like today, but we went. Yeah. We went. My mother took her friends, accompanied her. Mimi, nikachukua pasta na marafiki zangu, and we went. It was good. How was it?
Yeah, of course, like he has said, it was not that glamorous. Yeah, because you remember he's coming from the college, bado hana job. He's depending on friends and everything. So, and having my parents having known him for back then, so they didn't demand too much from him. But of course, I told them yeye ni nani, so they didn't expect much. So everything went well. They accepted. Of course, he promised that he will be going back.
It's process. Watu wanasemanga hivi, ulipange yote. Kuna ile unaacha yako ya relationship so that we continue talking, we continue growing like that. Of course it is still a process. So I still have very many visits to make.
Yeah, very many.
Yeah, but the family, I appreciate the family. Yeah, the friendship is good, and the support has been there. Yeah, in fact, I'm one of the guys who didn't grow up with a father in the house. Yeah, I knew my mother. Also brought up by my grandmother. So you see now where I come from.
Confusion all over.
Confusion all over. But then When the father-in-law came in, he embraced me. Even the mother-in-law embraced me. And they told me, you are our son. And that was, to me, that was so great. Yeah. So it has been like that. And we thank God because of the whole family. We are one and we continue to, yes, to grow.
Yeah, it was the best wedding of that time. So planning it was not that simple. It was a bit hectic because we didn't have finances. We depended on our friends. Of course, my friends were more. Sindio. So najuanga tu wedding saidia wa msichana ndio anakuanga na masupport mingi. So we were helped by our friends to raise our budget. It was around 300,000.
Yeah, budget was around 300,000.
Yeah, but we didn't. Did we manage it? No, we didn't. But we were able to cut our costs. We worked with what we had, and the wedding was colorful. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, let me just before the day, you know, like she has said, planning, of course, was not easy, but the friends came in. There was not much support from the church. Part of it was like everybody knows that Meru za Kikuyus. So huyu jamaa ameamua kufanya vitu zake kivyake. Like yeah, that was a lapse that was there. But the friends, Net Ministry's trust, they came in, friends and my age mates and her friends, and we were able to do what we did. And the wedding was colorful according to the standard. It was good. Now that day was a good one, courtesy of the friends we had. We had young people, my age mates. Our age mates are the people who helped us. They were there all over. They planned how the wedding, how the cake would be brought and the food and everything. In fact, even including my family, they were coming, like some of them were coming to help. Like there was nothing to help. There were young people running up here and there. Of course, that day, we had planned what we had planned. I just told God that morning, God, wacha kuwe venye itakuwa, because sasa venye kutaendelea wacha kuendelee. But we had good service providers who really helped us, especially cut and balance the cost. And so our tent guys, we were able to balance the food guy, the cake guy. So they really supported us. The video guy was called Mr. Wangombe. Mr. Wangombe was a very good guy. He brought the whole of his army to come and cover our wedding, and it was good. Of course, there were challenges. Challenges were there. And some of which came from misunderstanding. You know, I'm a pastor, and some of these things I say just to help, especially we don't repeat the same mistakes. I think something we missed from the church where we were was the premarital counseling, where you work with the young people, you support them no matter who they are through the process. We yearned for that, but we never found it. We yearned for people just to call us. This is how are things from the church, including my own pastor, local pastor, we never found. The support we found came from our best couple.
But the attitude was coming from is marrying someone outside the church.
Yes, yeah. Outside
and
of yes.
Also a Kikuyu.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we were Christians, but kwa ground, ni kama politics. Kwa ground, sometimes it becomes so difficult. It really affected us.
Yeah, the church has majority of Luos.
In the way I was,
the local church.
Yeah, local church basically Luos, and they were like, you're going away, like, was it? Mbona upati hii? And I'm like, I knew this lady even before I knew you people. I know what I'm going for. So that affected us, and I remember on that wedding, we had been told to go for HIV test at Kemri. And you see, we didn't hata tukuwa na doo. Chenye umepata kidogo, you want to kusambaza hapa na pale, hapa na pale, hapa na pale.
Kemri. Of course, kutestiwa huku nje, it's free.
Yeah.
But you know,
so,
when you go to Kemri,
yeah, in fact, it was around 2000 that time. Sisi hiyo 2000, si tuongezee kitu ingine tufanye. So sisi tulienda hizi zingine. So we were tested. Kumbe, we did a mistake. Nobody followed up. We were just there. Nobody even, umeenda, kukoaje? Nothing. Tuko hapa. Sisi tuko busy, tuna plan wedding yetu. And then, on that D-Day, wedding inaendelea, eh? The marching and dancing and I know everything is good. Mimi niko kwa gari, nataka kutoka. Niingie kwa line ya vijana as we march. And then the bishop was to wed us, sends one of the pastors, go and get me HIV certificate from him, siku ya wedding. And I'm like, sahi, certificate, HIV certificate. HIV sahi. Nikasema, you're not serious. Si jana, juzi, dini, sahi, sina. You see, hautawediwa. And I'm like, I don't care. Seriously, by the way. But it was so serious. He was not going to wed us. He refused in the office. Alikataa. Siwedishi hao watu. Hapa kuna shida. And I'm like,
thank God sikujua hiyo.
Yeah, kujua. But they were kujua anything. I'm the only one who knew it and I took it. Nilinyamaza and I said, let them do. So he went there mpaka kwa convinced. A call was made even in the head office that there's a problem here. Me, I told them, you guys, you've not been there. Nobody even cares. And then to your wedding, you want to tell me what? I tell you, do whatever you want to do. I am wedding. So eventually alikuwa convinced and he wedded us. Nobody knew anything, but akusign certificate. Hey, mpaka tuende Kemri tulete certificate ya HIV. Ni protocol ya church. Sisi nayo na so it's like sisi tulikataa. Yeah, so alikata kusign.
So of course I was told that one after the wedding, that's when I came to know that we don't have a marriage certificate because it was not signed and it was withdrawn. Yeah.
So they came for it during the reception.
Yeah.
Until we bring ndio assigned ndio tupewe. Remember, we have to take it back to the AG to have the final one that we can use as official, not the handwritten. Those days they used to handwrite. Yes. So that was the thing. So she didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. Nilijua tu baadaye after now hizi stories are green card. We don't have a marriage certificate. We've already applied for the interview. Na hatuna. I remember you got it a day two to our interview to the US
postponing
embassy.
and postponing until the last day that you cannot no longer postpone the interview for the embassy. Yes, that's when I looked for the bishop. I looked for her kwa ofisi yake ya gava. I looked for everywhere. Hakuwa. Until, in fact, nilikutana kwa barabara. Ndio akasign, ndio there was no time to go to the government office
AG,
to get that final official copy. So we risked, because it was a day two. We risked and went with that handwritten. Of course, we were told, even your brother can write this thing for you. Yes, we were given the red card.
That one disqualified us.
We were given the red card.
The marriage certificate. Remember, we have paid for the interview.
Of course,
it's a lot of money. By
medical.
then, medical. I think it was 70,000. For the
interview
only.
And
we have done
medical,
which was over 30,000. Na ukumbuke bado hatuna job. Hizi pesa
pia.
I remember hiyo pesa tulikuwa tumepewa na my dad.
The father.
So iliniuma sana. Iliniuma sana when that deal failed. But Mungu alitusaidia.
Yeah. we come from the embassy, we are walking back after the red card has been shown that, you know, hii kitu so akaniuliza, was it really God's will? Hii mambo ya US. And I told them, I don't know. God knows. So we came and just came to our house, tumeoana. That is when I knew she's my wife. Yani, how she behaved, how she supported, how the family came in was so positive. That assured me, I married the right lady. Yes. Hizo za US zilikuja tu hapo katikati, si ati zilikuwa. But then the whole how she handled everything to me proved to me, including the support from the father. Many times it is the son-in-law who is demanded too. But I remember the first years of our marriage. The father-in-law came in so much to support us anytime we needed support. That one, I thank God for that. Yes. Yeah, so our first years were not really enjoyable, but we found solace in God and in ourselves that we were together. I'm saying that because of all those things that happened, we had to coil down. Don't forget, even the church where we were, already the attitude was there. You know, it was so poisonous, and then we were wondering, kwani, what is happening? Hata sisi tulikuwa tunashangaa nini inaendelea. So, but we were there. You coil. You want to discover yourself. So that was a process of just discovering who we were and affirming ourselves that one, we are married and God is with us. So that was the thing. Of course, we didn't have much. Hustle huku na huku, life inaendelea ina hivyo. Of course, it was too much until we had to come out of the church. Yes, eventually things happened. So yes, so that's where the ministry where we were came during the process now. Yes, during that time. But it was not a good process. That is why I'm talking about this, because of when we now started the International Lifehouse Church with Bishop Babu and Pastor Patricia. We told ourselves, we are starting from scratch. Something we'll never do is making the young people go through what we went through. That we will stand with them, we'll support them, we'll hear them through thick and thin. There is something we can always do as men of God or servants of God or pastors to support them. So that is why I'm talking about this.
Of course, all through this, it was about me. Remember, walikuwa wanamuuliza, where have you gotten this lady from? Yeah, for them, they knew that he was a good boy. I think my part, mimi ndio walikuwa wananishukushuku, even about the HIV. The HIV certificate. Of course, in my mind, I don't know if that was true. I thought that it is me that they thought, this girl from sijui where, ametoka wapi, walikuwa wananishuku. Walikuwa wanataka kijana wao awe msichana mwenye wamejua. Yeah, I think if he married from the church, maybe they could not have demanded for all this. But Mungu alinisaidia to come out of it.
You're a strong lady.
Yeah.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
You are.
Yeah.
That one, she's strong. Yeah. One thing that I know, we were married. That was a decision that, yes, we decided to get married. That one, we are here. We are in marriage. That one I have seen in her. And at no time has she ever threatened, nitaenda. Hata mimi, like, generally hata mimi. Mimi sijafikiria tena. Mimi nimeoa.
Unaenda wapi?
So sometimes even when things like tumekosana kidogo, I am here. We are here and we have to work it out and we have to move. That one has helped me also to positive and to ensure that things work well, because I know I am here. What else? What choice do I have? No, in God, this is an institution permanent. Niko hapa. Yeah. So inatusaidia tuna relax and we know how to we go about things. What I love about my wife, she's very hardworking. She can do anything for the family. Sometimes I'm the one with the project, I sell to her, and sometimes she's the one who funds. She works and tells me, anakuja nasema, ile project yako situfanye. She's very generous, like her name, Charity. Yes.
This guy is loving. He loves me. You know what happens when a lady is loved? He loves me. And then he's very selfless. Hata kwa church and everywhere, he's selfless. And then he fixes things. Like in our house, we cannot call a fundi to do anything to fix. He fixes things. And that one is a... Yes.
We have 2 children. Our firstborn is a girl. And our second-born, I don't know if the last second-born.
The acting.
We are debating about that. Yes, he's a boy. And it has been a journey, especially personally, never grown up in where I have a father and a mother together. So to me, it has been a learning experience, and I'm still learning, but I'm intentional about it. Yeah, my girl is there and she comes and she embraces me and I'm like, But I learn and I'm very intentional about it. Just directing them, just being an example to them. And I think it is a worthwhile journey.
Yeah, being a mom, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Yeah, you know what it takes to raise up children. Yeah, a lot of responsibility and selflessness, of course. Yeah, nasemanga saa zingine, it's no longer me who lives. I don't live for myself, now I live for my children. Yeah. Being in ministry and also raising children, it's not easy balancing them. I say that my husband is selfless. Sometimes he's too much on the church and I feel like anatuacha sana huku peke yetu. But tumejua vile tuna balance. Yeah. Yeah, ministry wise si rahisi ni kuelewana tu because sometimes we differ a lot, but at the end of it tunakuja to a point of kuelewana.
To me, of course, as a pastor, and like I have told you, I work so much with the young people just to ensure that they are better. Somebody is there to work with them and guide them. So one, including our cell group, my cell group, my home cell, made of young people, and our house is the de facto center. They can always come in at any time, and we learn a lot. So personally and to us, we work so much with the young people just to guide them, having grown, and the little we knew came from others. So we are doing the same. Apart from that, of course, we personally, I have a talk every Tuesday with the young people, just learning relationship, growing in wisdom. So I always have a talk every Tuesday through social media. By the way, we have a social media handle called DaveChas Moments. So you go to DaveChas Moments, you'll find our stuff there, just sharing with people and being better and growing and becoming better. So that is what we do so much. Generally, I work with the young people, and generally I'm a life coach. We work together, helping them be the best they can ever be. I think the dedication we have for one another and the commitment, I think, is something that has made us know how to, like, we have very less conflicts. Just because we're able to see them, there's some wisdom we've acquired over time, and especially from the Word of God. I realized the Bible is the best ever book. When we were getting married, we decided to live a biblical life. It works. So sometimes when things don't work, we're able to sit down and realize and talk about it haraka haraka. But not that we don't have disagreements, we have them.
We have.
But at the end of the day, we have to agree, we talk, and then we pray. Solutions come.
Of course, we've known that solutions will always come from us, not from anywhere else. So we sort it out ourselves and we move on.
We have other couples we work with. We want to appreciate the Far East Net Ministries Trust Far East Couples Fellowship. Yes, that is something that has made us who we are. We work together. And apart from that, also we work with others within the church. We have the closed circuit one, the Wambias, the Amolos. We have the Sarah and Alex Otieno. And that is a support group we have, and we are happy for you.
Yeah, and within our church we have a couples fellowship where we work with each other, and also for us, the two of us, we are working with young couples. Tumewasimamia harusi and everything. Yeah. Thank you so much for being a great husband for the last 13 years. I don't regret marrying you. And if another chance comes, niulizwe kama nataka kuwa tena, I will still marry you. You are the greatest person that I have in my life. Thank you so much for loving me so much. And I will continue loving you. Thank you.
Hey, I feel good, man. My sweetheart, I love you.
Oh, thank
You so much for being my wife. I think I am sure that this I know, that your commitment to our marriage has been top notch, and I am happy. There is no any other thing I could ask for. No mistake at all. I did. And every day, but I enjoy it. Your hard work, always ensuring things are in order in my family. And one thing I love with you, so you love the Lord. You make serving God very easy when we are together. When things sometimes don't work, we come to a point where we talk and hold hands and pray. Those prayers every morning we make, and you ensure that you have them. They have made us. Thank you for the love, and I will continue loving you. This is my promise.
Thank you.
Yes, as we grow together.
Thank you.
I love you, sweetie.
Thank you.